3-minute video, no longer. Go. This is my 3D printed shoulder mounted camera rig. I fully self-designed this, in Fusion 360. It is 3D printed except for the bars and the screws. I set myself a design brief for this, which is, one, it had to be 3D printable, and the parts that weren't 3D printable had to be buyable in most hardware stores. So no exotic materials, nothing weird, no specific camera supplies, just a 3D printer and whatever you can get at a hardware store. Point two, had to be modular. Could not be a monolithic design where it could only go together one way. If you wanted it to be longer or shorter, that needs to be an option. If you didn't want to have this Z drop, as I'm calling it, in there, you don't have to have it. Don't want the cage, don't need it. If you wanted to use it for a DSLR or other camera, you could use these 1/4-20 threaded points here. If you want to use it for a phone, it's got this phone camera mount there. So that was the design brief. Over about the course of 2 weeks, I managed to, on and off, design and fully 3D print this. I'm really happy with it. There are 2 points on it I'm not so happy with, but I do want to talk about. Let's call it three. No, I've got 4 things that I really want to talk about, which is, one, the handles. These are length adjustable, so you can unscrew over here, bring it down, re-screw it back in, your choice of length. These are the, can't remember what I called them, but these are the clamps that connect the bars going this way to that way. These took quite a lot of design iterations. The early ones kept breaking, and eventually I stumbled onto these. These are the reason that the designs for this are not online, because I need to do some documentation just to explain how to 3D print these, because if you get them wrong, this whole thing will snap. 3. This shoulder, I and ahed how to do this for a while. I knew that because this was going to have I wanted weight going into this, it needed to be the weight had to be put over the most surface area. Why do it with something rigid like plastic? Go with something soft like fabric. Point the 4th, this bar here. I spent a good 3 or 4 hours trying to design the original version of this, and it did not work out well. This version took me about 20 minutes to design because I realised, I've already designed these plates, why not reuse these rather than designing a whole new piece? And this is really easy to print. It prints in about, I think, 25 minutes on my machine. Cool. That's this done. Just to cover the last point, reason I made this at all is I have another project I'm working on that I want to get some footage of, rather than doing it in this style where it's just me talking to camera. And I tried to get the shot and it was really shaky and I didn't like it, so I've got this just to make things smoother.